it's nice just to play a really simple song, and this is a very straightforward song, just a small handful of quite basic chord shapes. There's a couple of sections where we do other things too, but really nothing very complicated. And it's worth saying straight away, we're in the key of D, no capo required, and we've got 3 beats in the bar. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just on a chord of D, just emphasising that first beat. But the real feature of this rhythm is that it's swung, so the beats aren't split evenly into 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3, and we're delaying the upstrums, so the beat is unevenly split in favour of the first half. Like that, just to give it a bit of bounce. So that's it. Alright, we've got this intro that begins with this. Now this is an A7 shape. You might be more used to playing A7 this way with just a couple of fingers here. This is another voicing, that is to say a different combination of the same notes. And I'm barring across the top 4 strings at the 2nd fret, and additionally I've got a finger, I'm using my 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the top string, including the open 5th string as well. And the reason for that is la la la, I want that note there. And whenever we see this version of A7, we're going to strum quite emphatically, okay, like that. That opens up the song, and then we get this 4 chord sequence, or this 4 bar sequence that's going to become very familiar. We've got D, G, a more standard A7, and then this. And as I said, when we get to this A7, we're going to just bash that in steady beats like that. Okay, so we're going to start with the A7, and then it's D for a bar, G for a bar, A7 for a bar, and this version of A7 for a bar. And the verse carries on the same way. So we've had this 8 bar thing with this leading bar, and the verse carries on exactly the same way. Oh, when you were young and on your own, how did it feel to be alone? Okay, now we get what might be the second half of the verse. For me, I'm calling this a pre-chorus. It just helps me to organise the sections, but that might be a bit grand. It's the rest of the verse, the bit before the chorus. And we go to this, barring now across the top 3 strings at the 2nd fret. I was always thinking of, that's D major 7 to G major 7, games that I was playing. So like a G, but just with a finger on the 2nd fret of the top string. And then again, D major 7, trying to make the best of my time. Again to G major 7, but just for a bar. And then a single bar of A7, but only, and that takes us into the chorus. So let me just play you the verse and the pre-chorus together. Oh, when you were young and on your own, how did it feel to be alone? I was always thinking of games that I was playing, trying to make the best of my time, but only, and now we're into the chorus. Now we carry on. In the chorus it's 16 bars, we get G major 7 again, but only love can break your... Now we go to this, F sharp minor 7. I'm barring across all 6 strings at the 2nd fret, and I'm adding my 3rd finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string for 2 bars. If bar chords aren't really your cup of tea, you could play a little bar across the top 4 strings at the 2nd fret. So, only love can break your heart. You just want to be playing the top 4 strings if you're doing that, but I'm going to do this. And then we get E minor. Try to be sure right from the start. Yes, only. So 2 bars of G major 7, 2 bars of F sharp minor 7, 2 bars of E minor, and 2 bars of A7, and that all just repeats. Yes, only love can break your heart, but if your world should fall apart. And then, guess what? We're going to have our more emphatic A7 with that top G there to take us into the next section. Okay, so let's just have the whole of the chorus. But only love can break your heart. Try to be sure right from the start. Yes, only love can break your heart. But if your world should fall apart. Okay. Now what happens here is with that A7, that heralds a return to the intro effectively, and we're just going to play those 8 bars, which also form the verse, twice through, so as if it was the intro. So effectively, once we've got through the intro, the verse, the pre-chorus, the chorus, we just do everything, including the intro again. But if your world should fall apart. So this is the instrumental. And again. I have a friend I've met. And we just repeat the whole thing again. Then we do that for a third time. We go into the instrumental thing for a third time. We get into the verse for a third time, and the lyrics are the same as the second one. I have a friend I've never seen. He hides his head inside a dream. But now we go to the outro. We stay on this A7. I don't think he plays that version again. Dream. And now, this is very clever. He has the lyrics for the chorus over the chords for the verse, and we just repeat those familiar 4 bars to fade. Yes, only love can break your heart. Yes, only love can break your heart. And that's it, and it just repeats to fade then. I guess you could do that, our more emphatic A7, if you want to put that in at the end of those 4 bars, but I don't think he does that on the original. But listen, that is everything. I filmed it in 1 take. I've got quite a lot of tennis, semi-finals, and Arthur Ferry is playing Zverev in a minute, so I need to go and watch that. But that's it, yeah, so I'm going to have a playthrough of the whole thing. I'll put my backing track at the end. The sheet music will be up for sale. Obviously, if you buy a copy of that, you'll do us both a favour. Yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you on the next one. 1, 2, 3. When you were young and on your own, how did it feel to be alone? I was always thinking of games that I was playing, trying to make the best of my time. But only love can break your heart. Try to be sure right from the start. Yes, only love can break your heart. But if your world should fall apart. I have a friend I've never seen. He hides his head inside a dream. Someone should call him and see if he could come out. Try to lose the ground that he's found. But only love can break your heart. Try to be sure right 'cause only love can break